Hey, mathematicians. It's good to see you again. Um, Today, you are going to continue doing some probability experiments. Some of you from your previous assignments, I've kind of given you some feedback. Make sure you're checking the comments that I'm leaving. Um, Thinking back to probability models, some of you are still forgetting that you have to include all three pieces of the probability model. So one more time, I'm going to remind you, you have to write down the action, the sample space, and the probabilities. If I were you, I would get in the habit of writing down the word action and then write out what the action is. And then I would write down sample space, and then I would write down whatever the sample space is. Remember, the sample space are all the possible outcomes. Then the last part, I would write the word probabilities, and then I would list out each individual probability. What is the probability that each of the outcomes occur? So keep that in mind. One other thing I noticed is some of you, there was a spinner that we used in an activity a few days ago where 1/4 of the spinner, I believe, was red, 1/4 was blue, and then half of it was green. I might have those colors mixed up, but it was 1/4, 1/4, and 1/2. Some of you put down that those were the probabilities were 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Keep in mind that yes, there are three pieces to that spinner, but they're not all equal in size. So when you say something is 1/3, think about our normal fractions. Those would have to be three very equal pieces. So make sure as you're looking at probabilities, you're actually comparing what is the chance that that will occur. So look back at your previous assignments, see if there's anything you need to correct with that. The last experiments you did were with flipping coins and rolling dice. Today, you're going to be using spinners. The first activity you're going to do is a Desmos activity. So think back to doing that before, not our Desmos calculator, but there are those Desmos activities where there's a class code. It's all linked in your document. You'll go in and follow the slides through. You're going to be spinning spinners. There's a cool screen where there's tons of spinners. You click it, it spins them all, and then it calculates for you each of the outcomes. So it's doing a lot of the spinning and the calculating for you. You have to do the analysis. Okay, so you're doing that mathematical thinking about what did I expect to happen, what did I see happen, and how do those compare? Your second activity, you are going to use some other spinners. There's a link in there. When you get to that one, there are actually 4 spinners in the link, A, B, C, and D. We only want you using spinners C and D. So make sure you scroll down a little bit, make sure you read and are using the correct spinners. And I want you to look carefully at the spinners before you start spinning and see what you notice. Maybe in your mind, make some predictions, answer the questions on the document as you go. You might want to have a piece of paper out so that you can tally your outcomes and then enter them into the document when you are done. As always, we are having virtual office hours every Tuesday and Thursday at 1:30 in the afternoon. You'll access that through the Schoology conference feature. You'll go into your math course, and on the left-hand side, there are all the options like updates, materials, all those things. Keep looking down towards the bottom where it says conferences. You click on that, and I start that conference usually about 2 or 3 minutes before 1:30. Once I've started it, you can join. You don't have to be there right at 1:30, but for about 20 or 25 minutes, you can come and go as you need to, but that's a great place to ask questions. We can do some examples together. You can ask your questions and I can clarify things for you so that we don't have to try and do those things through email. Sometimes it's definitely easier to talk through it. Keep sending me emails when you need help. Schoology messages. I've noticed Schoology seems to be working a little better this week, so that's a nice change. I hope everything is going well for you. If you need anything at all, please reach out. Remember that due dates are listed, but nothing is being counted as late. You're not being penalized. So just those are a suggestion to kind of keep you moving on your schoolwork so you don't get too far behind. But if you have any concerns about any of that, let me know. I hope to see you soon. Bye.